Hi, my name's Larry, and I'm here today again with the Tuesday Tales with AHC as part of the Arlington Chamber of Commerce Community Service Day, Volunteer Day. And today I'm going to read this book called Country Crossing, and it's by a man named Jim Aylesworth and illustrated by Ted Rand. Let's see here, Country Crossing. Long ago, at a place where a country road bumped across the tracks, a summer moon softened the night with quiet light. The moonlight sparkled in the puddles on the narrow road and gleamed like silver on the rails. Crickets sang softly in the roadside weeds, chirp, 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 and a lonely owl called from the trees along the tracks, hoo, 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 hoo. Gradually, the sounds of a car stole into the peaceful night. Far away, the old car's motor went put-a-put-put-put, put-a-put-put-put. Their tires went churr as they rolled along the pavement. With pale headlights searching out the road ahead, the car came nearer and nearer. The sounds grew louder and louder. Put-a-put-put-put, put-a-put-put-put went the old motor, and churr went the tires on the pavement. Then, just before the car reached the place where the road bumped over the tracks, the crossing bell began to ring. Clang, 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 and the warning lights began to flash. Red on, red off, red on, red off, red on, red off. The old car slowed, splashed through a moonlit puddle, splish, and came to a stop. The crossing bell rang, clang, 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 and the warning lights flashed. Red on, red off, red on, red off, red on, red off. Soon, a train whistle rose in the distant night. Woo, 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 woo. And as the old car waited, a strong yellow light began to poke its way through the trees, and the roar of an engine began to rumble out of the darkness. Choo, 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 choo. You can see the train is starting to get closer. And then it was there, like a giant roaring choo, 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 woo, 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 woo. Much louder now. Speeding steel wheels racing on the rails, yellow light searching, smoke pouring into the sky, sparks flying, dead leaves whirling, weeds bending in the wake. The engine sped through the night. The crossing bell rang, clang, 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 and the warning lights flashed. Red on, red off, red on, red off, red on, red off. Then freight car after freight car followed the giant into the night. The headlights of the waiting car shone upon their wheels. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. On and on they raced, freight car after freight car, 10 after 10, tank cars, flat cars, orange after orange, black after black, clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. And the old car waited, and the crossing bell rang, clang, 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 and the warning lights flashed. Red on, red off, red on, red off, red on, red off. At last came the caboose. It passed with a rush and a swirl of dust. A leaf flew into the air, then skidded to a stop across the road. Slowly, the sound of the train began to slip away. The roaring of the engine got fainter and fainter. The clickety-clicking of the wheels got softer and softer. The whistle sounded far, far away. Woo, 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 woo. Soon the sounds of the train were gone, all swallowed by the night. The crossing bell stopped ringing, the warning lights stopped flashing, and the old car was left alone. After a moment, the car lurched slightly, bumped across the tracks, and, like the train, began to fade into the night. The old motor got fainter and fainter. The churring of the tires got softer and softer. The taillights got dimmer and dimmer, and then they too were gone, all swallowed by the night. The night became as peaceful as before. The moonlight sparkled in the puddles on the narrow road and gleamed like silver on the trails. Crickets sang in the weeds, chirp, 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 chirp. And from the trees, a lonely owl called out into the summer night, ooh, 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 ooh. The end. I hope you enjoyed the book. Again, it's called Country Crossing by Jim Aylesworth and illustrated by Ted Rand. And come back for more Tuesday Tales next week.